So it has been a minute since I've seen everybody. I know my last video with the Impala, starting it up and figuring out what's going on with it and trying to get it all squared away. It's still, as you can see, sitting outside. Still got the transmission problem with it. I have yet to find anybody. My transmission's got all the hopped up parts in it already. I know it's got the 5 planetary gears, the hardened input shaft, the upgraded sun shell, the whole nine. It's just I can't find anyone to say, hey, I'm just going to, you know, fix the clutches or whatever. I'm gonna give me a whole rebuild for like $3 grand to stand behind that motor. So that may be a little while before it gets done. If not, I might just be brave enough to take that thing apart and try and fix it myself. See how that goes. But since it's been a while, I have not shown you all the cars that have been accumulated in that time. As you see behind me is my 53 Belair. I got this car probably 2 months ago, maybe. It was a clean little custom that someone had built before. As you can tell, it's red top, flat black paint job. It's got the original 6 in it. Original drivetrain, really. Interior's been done here. Let me turn this around real quick. Sitting on some Cadillac hubcaps. Flat black. I'm debating if it's really a true Belair. That was a trophy that we won last weekend at the car show. But I mean, it's pretty clean. There's not really much to do with it. The plan though is to bag it, probably LS swap it, and a few other things too, just to kind of get it modern day driving type of car. That's all I really want. Something I can just hop in and go, cruise with the family, cruise down to Galveston, just do whatever I want with it. So that's kind of the plan on this one, but I don't want to take it down and do the Mustang too and do the rear suspension and do all of that stuff right now, because I actually am enjoy driving it just as is. You know, it's inline 6, 3 on the tree. It's still fun, so fuck it. Back over here, I don't know if you guys have seen this one before, but it's my 98 Vette. Not much has been done with that one. I've got this car probably 3 years ago, and it's been sitting on jack stands for the last 2. I got it, and the guy who had it, man, I think he was trying to race, and he didn't know what the hell he was doing, or was drunk or whatever, and he went from the second gear into first gear instead of third gear like you're supposed to. So motor blew up, or he just heard a big pop, and I have the motor here sitting on the stand, greasy and dirty like everything else, and I've got to get it. Well, I'm in the process of getting some parts and stuff to get it rebuilt. I need debating on going to the bottom end since it's already out of the car, going to the bottom end and doing a few things in it. But the plan is just to do a slight heads and cam car. Not really much in it. Just I was thinking. MS4 cam. I've got some 243 heads for it already. Got to get those ported. I've got an L6 intake. It's a 6-speed car, so I'm trying to shoot for 450, 500 NA. You know, 6 speed, so it'd be a nice, clean little another driver, I guess. Something just to mess around with and just kind of go out, and, you know, just chill out with that car. That's really it. So let's go back this way, and outside, as you can see, is the Impala. I kicked her out of the garage, I don't know, probably a few weeks ago to get to work on the Belair. I had to shine up the top and get a few things done for the car show that we went to. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just kick her out. She's not even going with it. I would have liked taking that one because the motor's all chromed and all the rest of stuff on the inside, but couldn't it. So I've got one more other surprise that we're gonna kind of bring up here in a little bit, but I'll go down the street and show y'all what it is. picked up another, actually have two of these, picked up another 1930s Model A. Yep, there she is right there in all her original glory. Pretty complete car. It looks like it was a custom or something was done to it back in the day. Interior is pretty clean on it. Let me get. Interior is pretty clean on the inside. And it's hard to tell with the sun coming in. I'll go on the other side, but pretty clean car. I mean, I don't think it's original Henry paint, but I think it is lacquer paint on there. Still got the bumpers and the spare, and it's a non-chop. It's got all the glass, got everything in it. Everything. Let me open up this door on this side here. See, pretty clean. Pretty clean looking. Here's the original 30s grill. You can see, I'll pull that out here in a minute. But it's not bad. I do have another 30s 1930 Model A2. Got a 32 grill in the front, and it's a non-fendered car. It has a built chassis for it and a few other things. I just haven't had much time to work on it. Just with the trans in the Impala and the motor for the Vette being out, I don't want to do a lot of dust and stuff outside while I'm trying to get you know, all this metal work and stuff done on these cars, and debating on this car here particularly if I'm going to keep this one and build it and maybe sell it, or just flip it as is, or sell the other one, since I've got two of them and I don't really want to have two Model A's. I think my next thing is going to be probably looking for something in the late 30s to early 40s, a pre-war car like that, some custom tail dragger. I've got the Belair. We're gonna, you know, chop that top. We're gonna bag that, get that lowered out, laid out. But I want to get one of these hot rods done first before I jump on that one, and definitely get the Vette and the Impala done so we can get all that stuff too. So yeah, that's kind of an update here. I know it's been a little while, but that's just been going on, and I'll throw some pictures. I don't have the other Model A here with me. It's in my other storage, but I'll throw some pictures of it from when we picked it up so you guys can get a good idea of what it looks like, and I'll throw some pictures into what I envision that car to be. And I've tried looking at this car to figure out if I want to do the same thing, but this is just a clean example of a older custom. I mean, the tags on it are from like 1980, so it hasn't been on the road for as long as I've been alive, but hey, you know what, it's still a classic. It's still worth saving. So that's kind of why I picked it up and pulled it out of the garage, or barn find if you want to call it. So that's kind of what's been going on here. I know we're gonna start doing a few more videos of jumping back on the Impala, getting the transmission sorted out. Then we're probably gonna start figuring out what we're gonna do with this car, figuring out what we're gonna do with the other Model A. I may do some tune-ups and some stuff on that inline 6 over there. I've also been debating about keeping the inline 6 and throwing an S10 5-speed in there with open drive line and just cruising it as is. I don't know. So it's kind of all debating right now, but just stay tuned and I'll be posting up some more videos here and there about all that's going on. So thank you, and that's it for right now.